All right, question for you. When you see this glass right here, um, do you see this as half full or half empty? I'll give you a second to think about it. I'd like to think it's half full myself. I feel like that allows me to sort of cope with life a lot better than I would otherwise. And I view the film industry in a similar way, with a lens of cautious optimism. Admittingly, this is a very difficult um, level of composure to keep, given the circumstance of the industry currently. Um, there's so many instances where I see so many other freelancer friends who are working so much and so often, um, yet an equal amount of people who haven't worked in weeks or even months and decided, "It, I'm not going to work in this industry anymore." And it really pains me and a lot of other people to see that this sort of thing is happening. And for my own mental sanity, um, knowing that I'm in it for the long haul, I know I need to lens my perspective of things very differently. And I'm doing that by doing kind of two key things. Number one, finding positive things or movement happening within the industry, and sort of, and two, controlling what's within reach. So number one, finding positive things slash movement within the industry. Obviously with 2023, we had the massive strikes, which, put people in a crazy, crazy hard financial position. And it's kind of been in a rough position since 2024. At least for my case, I'm in Los Angeles. We've seen the governor introduce some pretty big tax credits, which in turn has brought a lot of business. I had a director friend who was looking to kind of produce a short film, and she got a good chunk of money back because of this new tax incentive to bring stuff back to the state of California. And also just like monitoring certain friends who are working, just sort of seeing where their work is at, kind of the way that they're pivoting, kind of allows me to know that, like, all right, the work's not going anywhere. If anything, I'd argue we need it more than ever. So with that sort of perspective in mind, I've sort of been able to see things and sort of put proof to my own perspective that, like, hey, we're doing okay. And number two, kind of control what's within reach. Obviously, it's comparison is the thief of joy, right? It's very easy to look at everything that's happening, like with social media and stuff. Like it's very, very easy to look at like what friends are doing, and sort of other filmmaker friends. It's very easy to see what that everybody's working and that you're not, and that you've never been booked in your life, and it's just like it's tough, right? And I've sort of found it as like, you know what, this isn't good for me. I'm going to put the phone down. And that is sort of one thing within my control that's given me a little bit more power to myself. And it's the same with, controlling what's within reach. Obviously, I can market myself. I can still actively refine my reel and my portfolio, my website. I have this studio space. I have the chance to sort of try different lighting setups instead of like a paid job where time is of the essence and I can't experiment as much. I also have this channel, which has been a really fun creative outlet for me, that I've been able to sort of ignite my cinematography muscle. And again, by sort of shifting things and by sort of having a lot that I can control, it's kind of given me a little bit more leverage into feeling like I have control and I have stake in where my career goes. Because it's very easy to look at what's going on and kind of where the industry's at and just say like, I can't do anything because the industry's in. You could make that argument, and I don't blame you for making that argument. But at the same time, I think by trying to look at things through a more positive lens and trying to look for things that are more in line with a more positive mentality, I think is going to be better for you. Number one, just mentally, and also just it makes you feel better about where things are going moving forward. So just overall, it's good. And then obviously controlling within reach, you can sit and refine certain things and sort of massage different ideas and kind of give your brain the chance to experiment and kind of massage different things and kind of maybe pay attention to things that you weren't paying attention to before. Obviously, with you working for days or weeks at a time, it's like it's hard to attend to like laundry and have some normalcy, or like some, a healthy diet, for example. That crafty table, it's got those Welch's, it's got those snacks that you like, it's got those bagels, those donuts, or whatever that you really like. Now's the time to kind of shift yourself and say, okay, let me have a healthier diet. Let me get my ducks aligned, so that way when I do come to set, it's a much more confident and it's a much better refined personality that's approaching set. Um, that's kind of it. It feels very simple, and it feels very like, vague in terms of this sort of thought process, but that really is kind of the two things that have sort of shifted everything for me. And I hope this has helped somebody in some way. Lord knows we could use it. We use all the help we can get. And yeah, feel free to message me maybe with some perspective on your situation. Maybe you feel like I did this thing to sort of help my situation, or just feel free to sound off in the comments and like, hey, what should I do differently? Um, what could be something that we can do to all help each other into this situation? Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. We got to support each other in this race. It can't be a dog eat dog world. We can't allow that to be the case. Um, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.